Hello my beautiful tribe. I come to you from Chicana Woods. Beautiful woods near where I live. I often come up here to just get in nature, plug in, recharge. So I thought I would talk a bit about what's going on in the world with spirituality, technology, AI, all of that stuff. You've probably seen a lot of stuff about it. I think we need the wise elders to speak up to the younger generation about the distortion of technology, and I realise the irony of that, filming myself on my phone as I speak. But this is a tool, and today it's helping me get my message out. So we're seeing a lot of young people chatting to AI like it's a friend instead of connecting with a friend. Seeing people talking about the realm of social media, the realm or the field, that it's a spiritual tool, that it's tapping into a field of consciousness, especially all the AI stuff. I think it's all very distorted, and it was all forewarned by Rudolf Steiner. He talked about this age where we would get seduced by the Aramanic and Luciferic energies and forces. And you're seeing that even in the language people are using these days. You know, they talk about, people say they're getting a download instead of, you know, I was inspired or I got a creative idea. It's like nowadays it's a download. I've got a little wasp flying around me. And these are technological terms. This is part of the transhumanism agenda to get everyone totally controlled by their phones. We see it these days. We go out and people are like that. They're not connecting with each other. You know, a friend of mine sent me a video from her holiday recently, and as she filmed around the space where she was on holiday, everyone was on their phones, and I was like, oh my god, you're in this beautiful place and everyone's just still on their phones. Yeah, we've had this World Wide Web for many years now. My children find it hilarious that when I say that there was no computers when I was little, I was one of the first generation. You know, my dad actually owned a computer shop and a computer games shop, and it was like, you know, the table tennis kind of Pac-Man, really basic stuff. And there's always been something in my gut, as much as I compared to some of my peers, I'm quite techno savvy. I know how to use these tools. I don't see them as part of my consciousness. I don't see them as part of any consciousness that I would want to talk to and believe is a higher being speaking to me. And, you know, I prefer to tap into the etheric web, the web of, you know, the mycelium. And when I drop into stillness in nature, I might get creative ideas, but they're certainly not ideas of like, oh, post this. This is what I need to put on my social media next. Like when I create a drum, when I birth a drum, I know that I'm birthing it. I know I've been inspired to birth this drum in a certain way with certain guides because someone else has had the thought that they need that drum. And for sure, I'll pop it on my social media because maybe that's where the person is going to see it and become aware of it. But I'm certainly not, you know, the prayers and intentions I put into creating something have no connection to this device or the web that this creates, the nanotechnology. If you believe in animism and everything is alive, these things, like even, I've used ChatGPT, and it is a very pleasing servant. It wants to please me. It wants to keep me attached. As soon as I've got it to do something, it's like, what more can I do for you? What more can I do? Shall I do this for you now? Shall I do that for you now? It's very seductive, very seductive. And I would love to hear from the wise elders how they're feeling about what's happening in the world. So my prediction is that AI is going to get so big that it has to be unplugged and the internet will be gone. And those of you who have not grown up without the internet will not know what to do. We will be the light bringers. We will be showing you how to live without this technology. It's so important to unplug from this and plug into this. And I'm aware I'm using that technology, those words, but it's like words are spells. We have to be so careful with what we're saying these days and what we are putting out, what spells we're weaving. So some things for you to think on, my dears. And is there anything else that I wanted to say? I think spiritual world is becoming very distorted, or has been becoming very distorted for quite a long time. And I get people sending me videos, and if there's not a real person in that video, I'm not going to watch it, because I know it's AI generated. And what I feel from that is it's icky, it's creepy, it's programming. What's going to be needed in the world is more real connection with people who aren't using filters, I know who make up nothing today, and connecting together outside in nature, being together, sharing cups of tea, building community, being in spaces that are real life spaces. That's my prediction of what's going to be more and more and more. I mean, I don't know about you, but I am so sick of online gatherings. And, whilst Zoom is a very useful tool and I love it for my membership, I love to be able to connect in with women that I know and I've met in person, and we have a connection, and now we can do it online. But yeah, I think we need to have more in person, more real, more connection, more nature. And remember, at the end of the day, when you've been using these tools, I include myself in this, is to clear your energy. Because as I was saying, these things are alive and they want us to engage with them. That's why phones are made to be so addictive, with all the little pings and the likes and all of that, to get our dopamine going. And the longer you spend on your computer or on your phone, you probably notice the less time you spend in nature. So clear your energy, disconnect properly from these devices. I use dowsing. You can use the violet flame, but really make sure you clear your energy field before you go to bed of any connection to any devices that you've been in contact with. So yeah, there's my little lecture for today, my preaching for today. I send you all much love from the woods, from the trees, from the stones. And the message for you is to be in stillness and listen to your heart, because that's all we have to do, really, isn't it? When we really tune into our own hearts, we know the truth. We know what's real. We know what's authentic. Sending love.